Hey guys, Fantastic Girl here. I know you guys are seeing this the next day, but I literally just ended the last video. So, the topic is, who's this guy? Well, you guys will see him in another video. He's not going to be in this video because he's asleep. He literally just went in there to get medication, which I haven't taken. And still asleep. Like, he literally just rolled over.
Oh, so what's this story with this ex of this new guy, guys?
Well, the ex, he has Asperger's. And right now I have to get diagnosed in Texas for Asperger's. But I pretty much have Asperger's. But here's the thing about Aspies. Yes, that's what we call ourselves. We call ourselves Aspies. The thing about Aspies is we're our own special sort of snowflake. Because we take how we were raised and then we amplify it times 1,000. So, like, my special snowflake was not fitting with his special snowflake. Because Aspies are actually the literal definition of special snowflakes. Not like how millennials are like, I'm just a special snowflake. Okay, here's how to put it how we were. He was older than me by 3 years. Super millennial, anti-millennial. Super millennial, anti-millennial. Oi. Okay, yeah, because I'm using YouTube and doing the most millennial thing ever, and like talking to random strangers on the internet and stuff like that. But like, yes, I've been on my phone a lot lately playing games and stuff. It's like because like there's 2 events going on for Valentine's Day, and I'm just like, must participate. He was like constantly on his phone. He was constantly on his iPad. Constantly on something on our dates. The only time he wasn't is when we went to the movies, and even then, you can't really talk in the movies. And sometimes he would laugh at the most inappropriate times in certain movies, and he was like I know that's like being nitpicky on that issue, but it was like, when I say his laugh hurt my ears, his laugh hurt my ears. It felt like knives were being stabbed in my ears, and that's not because his laugh was like awful or anything, but it was because it was loud. It also didn't help that it was monotone, and it was at a certain pitch that was like more worse than my brother's laugh. Like, I would have rather listened to my little brother's laugh on full loop for 14 hours straight. Yeah, Mom. It was that bad, Mom. Yeah, that bad. And like, he would clap at the end of movies. I'm like, what are you doing? Because I've never seen people do that. Like, I must be going to some really ghetto movie theaters, but I have never in my life had people clap at the end of the movies for any movies other than The Hobbit. And I've watched all those movies with my mom. Or, not my mom, with my dad. Because, we're Lord of the Rings fans. But that's the only time I've ever seen. And Star Wars. Can't deny Star Wars. I haven't seen The Last Jedi because I've been busy, as all hell. He pretty much, when we started dating, had a preconceived notion of who I was as a person, which were the base things about me, which were, I'm kind of quiet, I don't like getting on to people, and I am kind of nitpicky, but that's kind of the OCD side of Aspies, and I gotta work. I've been working on it. This guy I was dating didn't like the fact that I didn't share his views. Like, here's the thing about this form of Aspie, is he's like the closest thing to autism in an Asperger's person I have ever met. I've met a lot of Aspies. I actually dated one who also had ADHD as well, and we burnt each other out in 2 weeks, and we're like, it's a good idea we just stay friends, and we still talk from time to time. I haven't really talked to him lately because he's been busy. He's still back in Canada going to school. But, okay, this guy. He was one of those people, if you don't share the same exact views as me, then you can't speak, and if you try to tell me your views, I'm going to interrupt you halfway through before you even get to your point, because I know everything. Millennial! So, that was awful, and pretty much he drove me to smoke because my medications were not working. My medications were barely working as it is at the time. And they were not working. It drove me to smoke just to keep going. I smoked for 6 months. Okay, after I broke up with him, and I finished my last pack of cigarettes, which I chain smoked 3 days before my birthday, because we broke up 3 days before my birthday, and I was going home, and I was like, no cigarettes. No, I want it out. After that, I haven't smoked a cig. I tried, and I couldn't breathe. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I can't deny I have had cravings, but at the same time, I'm just like, my medications work, so it helps with everything now. So I'm on the right medications, which this is my new pill. It's a lovely little capsule here, which means I can't just half-ass anything anymore with medications, but we tried helping him out, because he was like, he's one of those people who takes his political views and flamboyants it everywhere on Facebook, which, if you guys know, Facebook is not where you do that. That's Twitter and Tumblr. Not even Twitter as much. But Facebook, no, that's where your grandma goes online and be like, oh, look, here's Sally with her new fiancé. You know, that's what Facebook is. It's also kitty pictures and fart jokes. But that's what Facebook is. That's not what Facebook is for you to be like, politics. And he was bisexual, honestly. No. I feel like I was his beard for this past relationship. Because he was like flamboyantly like gay. Hey guys, Fantastic Girl here. Future Fantastic Girl here, in fact. By the way, I was going over this video, and while editing, I noticed how really awful that sounded. Like I hated gay people, and I don't. I have a lot of gay friends. What I'm not okay with is gay people using people to be straight, or at least seem straighter than they are. So yes, I'm just saying right now, just come out, know that not everybody hates you, okay? It's just, it's a lot, really awful being someone who somebody used just to appear to be straighter than they are, and just in general being used just to feel awful. Anyway, back to the video. I hate the fact I have to say this, but this guy also made me feel like the only way to keep our relationship together was sex. He wanted me to do stuff with his butt all the time. Just like, oh my god, I think he's actually gay. I actually considered that like the last 2 days of our relationship, because but he finally had a job. The entire relationship, down to the last 2 months, I was pretty much paying for him, and so my account was in the negative all the damn time. And I was just like, why did I even do that when I look back on it? And it was awful. But it took him forever just to get a job at the Taco Villa in Canyon. I have a hard time going to the ones here in Lubbock. It's like 3 or 4, I think. Because I'm just like terrified I'm gonna walk in and there he is. And like, we actually had to have an intervention with his family and it didn't even work. Because he was like, I wasn't having a sane relationship at all. Like, we were planning on moving in together, and I wasn't even really comfortable with the idea. I was just like, you know what, it's gonna make it easier, because he was trying to move out of his grandpa's house, and I was trying to get out of living with Cheyenne, because living with her literally spiraled into chaos. And that's a different video entirely. I don't even think I'm gonna bring it up. With this, I never felt comfortable sharing a room with him, let alone like moving in. Like, literally, I was just like, you know, if we do have to get a 1-bedroom, let's just like get a curtain and divide it. I've never had the idea of feeling comfortable moving in with someone until I started dating this guy, which is going to be in the next video, because this just literally turned into, this is how my ex was. But pretty much, we had this really good deal, and like, I was actually willing to give up my cat. That's how good the deal was, because otherwise it was going to be way too damn much, because the 2 pets would have been like $1,000. $1,000, but you didn't have to pay monthly fees after that. $1,000 right up front, and I'm just like, no. But he was just like, oh, but we shouldn't get it, because it was literally one of those things where if we didn't go then, first of all, it was cheaper than living in my old apartment. He was like, oh, we shouldn't just go for the first really good offer. I'm like, kidding me? And I just had it. because he wasn't listening to me. He said he had talked with his dad, but considering the fact that the time he went to work and the time he got off and we were talking about it, there was no time for him to go talk to his dad, because I know him, he won't at least, because he would never talk to me when I was at work. So, yeah, he never talked to me whenever he was out. And, like, I don't see why he would talk to his dad about it. So he pretty much bold-faced lied to me, which means I'm actually wondering if he had somebody else on the side, but that's not for me to confirm. That's for him to confirm if he wants to. Yes, this is a challenge, Parker. I had enough, and I literally, because he hung up halfway through, and I didn't realize it, and I called back, and I was crying, because I was just like, where am I gonna go? Because at the time, Megan's family couldn't take me in. But then later on, of course, we could. They were able to, mainly because they needed help around the house. And I helped as much as I could. So Megan and her friend, which is my best friend, by the way, helped me write a letter to him, and I sent it on Facebook, which was the only way I was going to get his attention, that I was breaking up with him, because I had been considering it for the past 2 months. But I just was hoping, I had this smidgen of hope. Maybe he would turn around. Because the whole entire relationship, he wanted me to change into something he wanted. And I was trying to change him into the better person he could be. There's a difference between changing a person into this molded, already set up person you want to be. Because he had this statue of who he thought I was. And if I deviated from that, it was like, no, bad Amber. But what I wanted him to do was to be a better person. Somebody that you could take home and not be embarrassed. My friend's graduation. My best friend. My great names. Megaroo. She invited both me and him, and we watched this movie, The Boy and His Beast, or The Beast and His Boy. Can't remember. But there was a part where he's like, firmly grasp the sword that's in your soul. Sounds like Naruto trying to teach his little Gohai how to do the God, it's been forever since I've watched Naruto. I need to get back with it, but whatever. And he was like, firmly grasp. He was moving, and he made sexual innuendos in front of Megan's 15 and 17-year-old sister. First of all, I have terrible decorum, but I don't make sex jokes in front of 15 and 17-year-olds. Because of the fact I have a 15-year-old brother who does not need to have his mind poisoned by society because he is a genius. It was awful knowing that my friend's siblings had more decorum than my 24-year-old boyfriend. It's just, I was so glad I woke up with him before my birthday, because I would have been embarrassed to have him over, because he probably would have insisted that we share a room, even though my family's like, no, because they're conservative in that fact, and I'm not ashamed of that fact. I'm okay with the fact that they're just like, no share, and I'll be like, okay. So I broke up with him, and I went to like a severe depression because I didn't know who I was going to live with, and I started talking to Dusty, which is my boyfriend, again, and it's just like, we reconnected because we had met like a year before at Hub City Con, which is a con that's held here in Lubbock. And we've been dating since July 19th. So yeah. What, you only broke up after a month? Or you started dating someone else after a month? Well, considering the fact it was long distance and we couldn't do any, like, real dates or that anyway, it wasn't like, oh my god, guys, you're like, you just want a revenge son? Then I'm just like, well, sex is not my heart's desire. Lifetime companionship and someone who loves me for the end of days is my goal with a relationship, but that's what I have. Because he actually really does want to marry me. We talk about it all the time, and it's just, right now he wants me to finish school, and I want to finish school. Done, I want to get my degree and wave it in Scott's face and be like, ha! Another video entirely. Anyway, that's the whole relationship situation. So, anyway, guys, I know this is a stupidly long. There's gonna be several stupidly long videos, but they're gonna be edited to where they're not so long. So, like, right now, it's like going 20 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be down to, like, at the very least 15. Hopefully less. Hopefully. So, anyway, guys, love y'all. Have a good day. And here's a heart.
Bye.